I played my first 10 ranked games in Siege, and this is what happened. If I'm being honest about my experience with ranked mode in Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, it's been both exciting and really challenging at the same time. I only started playing this game about a month ago, so jumping straight into ranked has felt pretty intense. A lot of the time it feels hard because I'm still learning the basics, while other players already seem to know every map, every angle, and every strategy. Since I never played the game before recently, there are moments where I realize how much depth the game actually has. It's extremely tactical, and that's honestly one of the things I like most about it. But this have been my best operators so far. And my win rate, as well as my KD, which is basically 0 lol. Another thing I've noticed while playing ranked is how many experienced players are still active. I've run into a lot of people who have clearly been playing since the early days of the game, and it really makes me respect the original players from around 2015 when Siege first came out. Those players have years of experience, and you can really see it in the way they move around the map, set up defenses, or use operators in creative ways. Watching them play sometimes feels like watching a completely different level of the game compared to where I'm at right now. Instead of getting frustrated by that, I actually find it pretty motivating. It shows me how much skill and knowledge you can build over time in this game. At the same time though, it does make ranked mode feel a lot harder for someone like me who just started. The matchmaking sometimes feels like it throws you into games with players from all kinds of ranks and skill levels, and that can make matches feel really uneven. One game might feel manageable, and the next game, you're suddenly going against players who clearly know every spawn peek, every wall setup, and every trick in the book. Since I've only been playing for a month, I know there's still a lot for me to practice and improve. I'm still learning the maps, figuring out which operators fit my playstyle, and trying to get better at things like positioning, crosshair placement, and communication with teammates. Sometimes I make mistakes like peeking when I shouldn't, not using my gadgets at the right time, or just not understanding the best way to attack or defend a site. But that's part of the process, and I know improvement comes with time and experience. Siege is the kind of game where knowledge builds slowly, and every match teaches you something new. Even when I lose a round, I try to think about what I could have done better. Maybe I should have held a different angle, droned more before pushing, or coordinated better with the team. I'd honestly love to hear any tips you might have for someone who's still new to the game. What are some things that helped you improve when you first started? I'm especially interested in knowing what areas I should focus on the most right now, as a newer player. Should I spend more time learning maps and callouts? Or is teamwork and communication the biggest thing that separates good players from great ones in ranked? I know Siege has a huge learning curve, so hearing advice from experienced players could probably help me avoid some of the mistakes that most new players make. I also want to know what else I can work on to become a better player overall. Right now, I'm trying to improve my awareness and decision-making during rounds. Sometimes things happen really fast in ranked matches, and it can be hard to process everything in the moment. There are drones, cameras, footsteps, explosions, and teammates calling things out all at the same time. I'm also trying to pay more attention to how experienced players approach rounds. The way they clear rooms, set up defenses, and use gadgets often seems very deliberate, almost like they're thinking several steps ahead of the enemy team. That level of strategy is something I really want to get better at over time. Despite the difficulty though, I genuinely enjoy playing Siege. The tactical aspect of the game makes every match feel unique and rewarding. No two rounds play out exactly the same, and that keeps the game interesting, even when things don't go perfectly. I like that Siege rewards patience, teamwork, and smart planning, instead of just fast reactions. When a strategy actually works, and the team wins a round because everyone played their role correctly, it feels really satisfying. Moments like that remind me why so many players have stuck with this game for years. At the same time, ranked mode can definitely feel tough for newer players because of the matchmaking system. Sometimes it feels like you're being placed against players who are way more experienced or in higher skill brackets, which can make it harder to learn at a comfortable pace. Losing rounds because the enemy team clearly has more knowledge of the game can be frustrating, but it also shows how deep the game really is. It pushes you to keep improving if you want to compete at a higher level. I think with more time, practice, and experience, I'll start to understand the game better and become more comfortable in ranked match. Overall, even though ranked mode has been challenging for me so far, I still really enjoy the experience. Siege feels like a game that rewards dedication and learning over time. Unlike other games with easy learning like FIFA LOL, I know I'm still very new compared to players who have been around since the early days. But I'm excited to keep improving and see how far I can go. For anyone out there who has been playing Siege for a long time, I'd honestly love to hear your advice. What are the most important things a new ranked player should focus on? What skills should I be practicing the most right now? And what helped you become a better player when you were starting out? I'm looking forward to learning more, improving my gameplay, and continuing the grind in ranked mode. If you liked this video, hit a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. I do live streaming as well.